Let's take a look at some of the measuring and marking items you can make with a 3D printer for your workshop. Now, as I made these measuring and marking tools, I encountered more problems in this category than any other category. And I'll discuss some of the problems I had with 3D printing at the end of this video, but let's move on to what I made successfully. Now, we just took a look at storage for setup blocks, but what if we not only made the storage for the setup blocks, but also the setup blocks themselves? Well, that's exactly what I did with our first measuring and marking item, and this is probably one of my favorites. Now, this was actually two files in the same project, one for the setup blocks themselves and then another one for the case. Now, as you can see, this is a 9-piece setup block set and all the measurements are clearly labeled on the outside of the case. What I really like about these setup blocks is since I use two colors, they're very easy to read and they actually have 3 points of reference for that measurement. And each one of these gauges is dead accurate, whether you're using the bottom reference, the top reference, or even the side. And because of all this, this is an incredibly valuable tool that you can make for almost free. The next item I made is a 3D square, which is very similar to a lot of the squares we've taken a look at in this channel. Now, this 3D square does use 3 color filaments and does require a little bit of assembly with some CA glue. But once glued up, you can see it really resembles all those other 3D squares. Not only does this thing have scribe holes, but it also has incremental markings as well as a lip so that you can reference your workpiece. And it's even dead square, as you can see when we compare it to our woodpeckers.